Very slowly roll up through your spine. So now we're moving onto the swan dive. The chest goes near the top, walking back up with the hands. Place the hands firmly on the wing attachment. Widen out the feet just beyond hip width. And now rotate the legs out so they're slightly turned out with a soft point through the feet. Just mark the first rep with me. We're going to breathe in, extend the spine up. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lift the legs, keeping them straight. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 5 reps. Shoulders down. Last time. And then walk your hands down again. Just come back into the rest position. Very slowly roll up through your spine. Just stepping off, I'm going to change and position the wing attachment down to the other end of the glide board, ready to do the double leg kick push-up. Just take the pins out, place it down to the other end, and then just slot the pins back in. Make sure it's nice and secure. Place yourself onto the glide board, again on the front. Take your chest down near the end. Bend both knees with the knees and feet together. Hands firmly grip the wing attachment. Exhale, you're going to push away as you breathe out, straightening the arms and legs together. Breathe in, you're going to bend the knees. Exhale as you extend. 5 repetitions. Again, keep the shoulders down, keep the breathing nice and even. 3 counts as you come down, control the movement. 3 counts as you go up. Final rep. So finally come down, just rest the glide board at the bottom. Use your hands to push yourself up with. And just come up to sitting. So those exercises have worked on our upper body, back, stability and coordination. So we're moving now on to the next series of exercises. The next set of exercises we will be performing are reformer exercises. We've started our incline on level 2, and to progress these exercises you'll take the incline up. We've attached the leg pulley system, and you want to also attach your extension pulley at this point as well. I've already got my ankle cuffs on. We'll just take ourselves and place ourselves at the end of the glide board. Attach the one leg first to the pulley, and then the other leg. Bend the knees and then slowly stretch out the legs to about 45-degree angle. And just check your alignment here. Keep the legs together. Make sure the knees are straight and not locked. The pelvis is in the middle, so you're not doing a tuck with the pelvis or arching the back. The abdominals are nice and flat. Take the hands and make a small pillow for the head. Just relax the shoulders and open up the chest. The first exercise we're going to be doing is the double leg stretch. Bending the knees, we start with the knees over the hips. As you breathe out, you're going to extend the legs. As you breathe in, slowly bend back over the hips again. On the exhale, extend. I'm going to do 5 repetitions, breathing in breathing out. Just make sure the back isn't arching as you extend the legs. Two more reps. Breathe in. Keep the tailbone down. And then just bend one knee slowly into the chest, taking the hands away from the head. Hold on underneath the knee and stretch away the other leg, allowing the front of the hip to open out. This side will be stretching the buttocks slightly. As you breathe in, just hold the position. As you change the legs over, breathe out. Breathe in, hold. And breathe out as you change. Breathe in and change. Breathe in. Try and keep the carriage still so you don't get any jerky movement happening. Again, try and keep the tailbone down onto the carriage, so you're not lifting the pelvis up at all. And you'll see Simon showing you a more intermediate version of this exercise, where he's actually lifting the head. Final repetition. Just stretch. Then we move into the scissors. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. And here you can either rest the hands on the hips or on the carriage. As we swap the legs over, we're going to try again to keep the carriage from moving. Just work within the range of movement you feel comfortable with. So if you do have a lot of tightness in the back of the legs, just stop the leg where you need to. Make sure the legs are staying in line with the hips. Relax the shoulders, keep breathing. And then just bringing the legs slowly together. Now we're moving into the double leg circles. You can rest the hands across the hips. So we're using this exercise to challenge the stability of the pelvis and also mobilize your hip joints. So you want to keep the abdominals nice and flat, and the back isn't meant to arch here. As you breathe out, you're going to lower the legs down and start making small circles with the legs. Breathing out as you press the legs down, breathing in as you circle them round. So work within, again, the range of movement you feel comfortable with. If you're more flexible, work within that range. 5 circles this way. And then we'll change direction and open. Breathing out. Breathe in. And finally just close the legs together. Bend the knees back over the hips again. We're ready to do the box splits. Now this is really a stretch for your inner thigh area. So as you open the knees, try and keep the carriage still. As you open out the legs, extending the knees, you'll feel more of a pull across the inner thigh area. So just be careful at this point. bend the knees, the carriage will move slightly, and as you bring the knees back together, keep the carriage still again. Exhale as you open. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale to bend. Inhale, close. 5 reps. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, close. Keep the carriage nice and still as you bring the knees back in. Abdominals flat as you open the legs. Don't let the back arch. Final rep. And then just very slowly bend the knees towards the chest and just stretch the lower back. The carriage will move all the way down to the end. Just ease out the lower back here. And then we'll take one foot out of the pulley first, just release it back onto the board, take the other foot out, then just slowly come up to sitting. So we've come to the end of that series of exercises where we've really challenged the stability of the pelvis, we've opened up the hips and stretched the hamstrings, and really sort of challenged the stability of our whole body and the coordination. Now let's move on to the next series of exercises. For the next series of exercises we're going to be performing, they are reformer exercises. So we've actually set up the Total Gym on incline level 2, and to progress these exercises we'd want to lower the incline down. We've attached our Pilates foot bar to the end of the carriage. So make sure that's nicely securely in before you step onto the carriage and start the exercise. The first exercise we're going to be doing is called the elephant. Place your hands onto the foot bar, slowly place your feet onto the carriage, walk the feet back slightly and bend the knees. On this first exercise you will see Simon performing a more intermediate version where the legs are straight, and this will give you much more of a stretch on the back of the legs. So if you have tightness in the back of the legs, just keep the knees bent throughout this whole exercise. You're going to breathe in as you press the carriage out. Exhale as you bring it in, keeping the spine nice and lengthened, opening the shoulders, abdominals flat. Inhale as you push out. Exhale as you bring it in. 5 reps. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really stabilize the pelvis. Try and keep good alignment. Try not to keep the head up. Let the head relax. Let the neck lengthen. Final rep. Bring the carriage in. And then just step off slowly, ready to change position for the lunge exercise. Place the knee onto the carriage and line the front foot and heel up with the foot bar here. This knee must stay over the front heel, so the knee is not pushed forward over the toes, so you don't get any strain on the kneecap area. Make sure the hips are nice and square, they're facing forward. And I'd like you to do now a small pelvic tilt, so you're pulling the lower tummy in and contracting the buttocks slightly. Now try and hold that position as you push the knee back. So what happens is you get a little bit more of a stretch in the front of the hip here, and you're not overarching the back and letting the abdominals go. So a small pelvic tilt. Exhale as you press the knee back. Inhale as you bring it in. 5 times. Relax the shoulders. Last time, and release. Just walking around to the other side. Repeating the same exercise, just check your alignment before you begin. Make sure the knee is over the heel, just lightly holding onto the foot bar. Slight pelvic tilt before you start. Exhale, press the knee back. Inhale, bend. Last time. And release the carriage. Then we're moving on to the tiger stretch with round back. Placing both knees again onto the carriage. This time I want you to try and flex the spine so you're hollowing out the abdomen. Elbows tucked in, shoulders open, head tucked in slightly. Push the carriage back on the inhale. Exhale, round the back more as you bring the carriage in. Inhale, exhale, 5 reps. Last time. Really stretch the back. Slowly come up, then we're going to tiger stretch straight back here. So what we want to do is try and keep the abdominals flat, don't overarch the back, keep the pelvis still. Again, open the shoulders, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, press the carriage out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Relax the shoulders. Coming to the last repetition. Just bring the carriage in slowly and then step off to the side. So we finished that series of exercises which has really challenged your core stabilization muscles and your coordination. These next series of exercises are reformer exercises. We've already attached our arm pulley system here. And to progress these exercises, you'd want to lift the incline up. The first exercise we're going to be performing is the kneeling chest expansion, spine stretch and biceps. For this, you'll need to put your hands onto the carriage first. Sit in a low kneeling position. We want to elongate the spine, so try and sit with good posture here. As you breathe out, you're going to lift up and over, stretching the spine into a C shape again. Inhale, exhale, roll up through the spine. Breathe in, hold it here. Press the arms back to the hips. Inhale, turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Bend at the elbows, so we're coming into biceps now. Inhale, extend the arms. Turn the palms down. Exhale, lift up and over. Breathe in. As you roll up, exhale, press the arms back. So we're going to just do 5 repetitions, turning the palms up, bending at the elbows. Try and relax the shoulders. Elongate the spine as you come up, head and shoulders last. Press the arms back. Turn the palms up. Bend at the elbows. Try and keep the wrists nice and strong here. Keep the bottom on the heels. Turn the palms up. Nice roll through the spine. Keep the abdominals nice and flat. And then last repetition on this exercise, rolling up. Turning the palms up. And release. Then we're moving on to the seated torso twist. You want to release one pulley now. And readjust your position on the glide board. You step over and just sit on the edge. We're going to bend one knee in, so we're sitting cross-legged. And you'll see Simon doing a more intermediate version of this exercise where it's a high kneeling torso twist position. We start with one pulley being held by both hands, as if you're holding a small beach ball, so the arms are circular. As we exhale, we're going to try and rotate from the waist. Breathing in as you rotate back, exhale. So here you're trying to keep really good posture. Trying to get that rotation happening from the waist. Keep the shoulders down. Lengthen the spine. And breathe. Three more reps. Change sides. Place the handle down. Just step over, get the handle up. We're facing the other way. Make sure at this point you actually cross your ankles around the opposite way, so you don't get used to just sitting on one side. Just setting your position again. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale as you come back. Again, try and keep good posture, elongate the spine. Two more reps. And relax. And what I'd like you to do here is just grab hold of the other pulley again, and then if we just scoot back onto the glide board, just bend the knees, place the hands down, and then just lower yourself onto your chest. We want to have the legs just wider than your hips, slightly rotated out with a soft point through the feet. This exercise is called breaststroke, so if you just follow me on the first repetition, extend the arms forward. As you open the arms out, you exhale, lift the back. Inhale. Five reps. Take the arms right the way around to the side. Lengthen forward. Inhale. Shoulders down. Exhale. Exhale. Last time. Place the pulleys back onto the floor, and then just to stretch and release the back, push off with the hands, walk your knees in, and just release the spine. Take a few moments here just to breathe in and out. And then slowly roll up through the spine. So on that series of exercises, we worked the upper body, challenged the core again and stability muscles, and worked predominantly the biceps and triceps of the arms. Now let's move on to the next series. Final series of exercises are mat work exercises. We'll leave the total gym on level 1 incline, and we're using the glide board as a mat now. So basically what we're doing is we're going to go through a stretching program. So just place yourself down onto the glide board, just resting on your abdomen, slide down and place your forehead onto your hand. Pick up one foot, holding it around the ankle. This exercise is called rocker with single leg. We're just going to gently stretch the front of the thigh, the heel going towards the pelvis. Inhale, extend the back and just lift the head slightly. Exhale as you stretch. Just doing this 5 times. Inhale as you lift. And you'll see Simon performing a more intermediate version of this exercise where he's holding both ankles. Just keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Just keep breathing. Focus on the stretch. And then release. Change sides. Just holding the ankle. Just gently stretch the front of the thigh. Inhale. Exhale. So really try and do this slowly. So take your time over the stretches. Really ease into them. Just 2 more. And last time. Just slowly release the ankle. Now we're going into the rest position stretch for the back. Pushing off with the hands. Just walk the knees in. And then rest your forehead onto the board. Relax the shoulders. And here you might want to open out the knees if you find it much more easier to breathe in this position. So what we'd like to do here is just release the neck. Breathe into the back and expand the ribs. And relax the shoulders and focus on the breathing. Take 5 nice deep breaths in and out. And then finally, just slowly, using your hands, roll up through the spine. Just bring the head and shoulders up last. And then we're just turning round to face the other direction, just to do the buttock stretch. Placing the feet down onto the floor. Hands go behind you to support your back. Cross the right leg over the left knee. Lengthen the spine, just open the chest slightly. Keep the hips level so you've got both buttocks on the glide board so you're not leaning over to one side. Make sure you just breathe through this stretch, opening the hip area. Just taking 5 breaths. Just slowly changing sides, release the foot, cross the left foot over the right knee, opening out the hip again, lengthen the spine. And if you have a slightly tighter side, you might want to stretch that side again. Just keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And then finally, just release the ankle and widen out the feet just beyond hip width. Slide down to the end of the glide board. Then using your hands, just slowly roll back. Circle the hands around.